Welcome back in. You might have seen the viral video of a hand shoving the face of the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, as he was about to disembark from a plane.
That facial shove came from his wife. President Macron later said that they were play fighting, but of course that video raised a lot of questions.
So joining us now to address some of those questions, UAB psychologist Dr. Josh Klapow and Tony Kurre from the Kurre and Klapow Show. Please try to behave.
I know.
First of all, there are some who have commented, hey, look, it's their private matter. It's their business. Tony, you say?
No, it's not. Not when you're in the public eye. We were talking about this before. You know, they're a married couple, right? Married couples will argue.
Yeah,
they have problems. Yeah. But when you're in the public eye, you need to put on your happy face before you do this. For anyone that thought that this was firstly a deep fake was ridiculous, and of course she lied about that, and that's where the conspiracy theory came out of the whole situation. But you don't ever get near someone's face. I don't care if you're kidding or not. You just don't. We were talking about this before. You just don't. You stay away from the. That's why when you don't talk too close, you don't get near someone's face.
Here's the video.
Yeah, and you could take a look at this.
And he was shocked. He was shocked by it. I mean, you could tell. I mean,
do you think they were play fighting? He said they were play fighting.
No.
And not only that, I will say this. There's a scene later in the video. I don't know if we're going to show that, but they're both walking down the plane, and he tries to kind of hold his arm so that she can grab it. She doesn't take it at all, so you can tell it wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you that keeping your hands out of your partner's face is important.
Does this raise other questions for you?
Yeah, because this is the kind of thing that it happens. We saw it, and you know they say it's just their business, but that business is not okay whether you're in the public eye or not, whether staying away from the face, pushing somebody else. I mean, again, there's fine lines that you walk, but when you come to physical contact, when you're frustrated with somebody, it's kind of not okay.
Do you guys think that the age gap has anything to do with that? A lot of people are pointing out that she's 25 years older than him. I know that in a lot of cases, if it were reversed.
Oh, this would be like you said. This would be outrage.
So
if it was reversed. Does the age gap?
You think that plays into the?
It shouldn't.
No.
I mean, it shouldn't. I don't know if they did things 25 years earlier than we did that makes it any different. I mean, you know, we don't spank kids anymore in school, right? I mean, times change. I don't know if that was something they were into. My thing is, if it was funny, the more I look at it, the more I want to believe it's a joke. He should have laughed about it. He could have turned around and said, "Hey, kind of like."
I don't think he realized the cameras were there.
He did. Yes. He said he didn't realize the cameras were on, and of course he came out. Which really, if it was play, he really had a great opportunity to have a great moment there with his wife.
Well, and it could be a learning moment for anybody. First of all, what you said, crossing that line, that's number one. But number two, what would be the best way to handle that?
Oh,
what if you're in a shopping mall and your significant other does that to you? How do you handle that?
Yeah,
that's a good leave.
I was going to say again, it shouldn't happen. If it happens, I'm not saying that, you know, by definition it is physical abuse.
Right.
But when it happens out of frustration, that's telling me that your ability to manage your emotions
and conflict
in conflict is not appropriate or not healthy, and then again in public. In public.
So I have one more question, one more layer, because I know we got to go. But what about if it's kind of like a kink thing? Like, what if it's like what if we don't know and they were into, you know, the play of, like, what if it's not an anger thing?
Oh, I was told not to go there. Okay.
That's what
I see.
You just don't know.
It could have been.
Hey,
but still,
it could have been. He didn't look like it was
disgust.
Yeah, exactly.
The truth of the matter is, you should never touch. Let's be honest. We went through the COVID thing. We don't touch each other. We fist bump now. We don't barely hug each other. Read
don't
the
touch
room.
me.
And if they're into play fighting or smacking each other in the face, then that's their thing. That's fine. But it didn't look like it.
We're out of time. But thank you very much.
Thanks for going. Thanks for going.
She said it.
She said it.